Slow motility issues of the intestines causes constipation. What most people don't realize is that slow motility issues of the stomach causes reflux, heartburn, burping, belching, indigestion, nausea, vomiting, all kinds of discomforts. This slow motility of the stomach also causes low stomach acid, and it causes unhealthy inflammatory responses of the stomach lining. So the traditional approach that most people take in regards to reflux, heartburn, and stomach issues is they either load up on acid blockers, which comes with obvious long-term side effects and problems, or they just avoid food. Now, if you are somebody like me and you don't want to go with either of these options, there is a different alternative. So when you go all the way back to what the causes are for reflux, heartburn, indigestion, nausea, burping, belching, all of that stuff, there's basically 4 underlying causes. The first one is a hiatal hernia. Unfortunately, hiatal hernias are something you cannot fix with a supplement. Trying to fix a hiatal hernia with supplements is trying to reset a broken arm with a calcium supplement. It is a non-starter. It's not going to work. But you can help the next 3, and most people have the next 3. So obviously, the first thing that you can help address is slow motility of the stomach. What happens when your system is slow, it builds intra-abdominal pressure. That intra-abdominal pressure makes your esophageal sphincter weak, and it builds up and it creates an increased volume, and this causes reflux, heartburn, and discomfort. That's why you're getting nauseous, feeling like you need to vomit, you get stomach pain, all of that. The next thing, when you have a weak and damaged, or we will call unhealthy inflammation of the stomach and esophagus lining, there's not a shield to protect against acid. So the truth is you're supposed to have acid. You need acid, actually. Acid is what blocks pathogens from getting into your intestinal tract. Acid is what helps break food down. Your stomach lining and throat lining naturally protect against this acid, but when it's weak and damaged, it does not protect against this acid, and you get pain and discomfort. The next thing that you have to address is imbalances of the stomach. Believe it or not, the stomach also gets imbalances of bacteria that then decrease or can increase stomach acid, and this in turn causes reflux, heartburn, burping, belching, and all sorts of problems, okay? So the correct approach to helping with reflux, heartburn, and stomach issues is 1, you have to improve motility of the stomach. That's the first. Number 2, you have to strengthen the mucosal barrier of the esophagus and the stomach lining, okay? That has to be rebuilt. It has to be healthy. That's how it's supposed to be. And number 3, you have to clean out the bacterial overgrowths that are tearing down the stomach lining, right? Here are the rules of engagement with this process. 1, this whole thing is complex. So a lot of people think, I'm going to resolve very complex issues that have been going on for a very, very long term in a week. I'll just tell you right out the bat, just right out the gate, that is absolutely not possible. It is not honest, it's not true, and there's no way you can do that. So let me tell you first off, the approach I'm suggesting takes 90 days. And the reason we go 90 days is because we don't want you to turn on motility and rebuild the lining of the throat and the stomach to then have it break down again. You need to reprogram the system to work on its own, which requires, in a sense, you have to do muscle memory. You have to teach it to work properly again, and you have to reestablish that so that it becomes the new programming system, okay? That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you are taking acid blockers and such, or let's say that you're taking laxatives. By the way, this protocol 100% helps with constipation problems. Obviously, it's a motility protocol. You do not immediately stop taking acid blockers and laxatives. Why? Because your body has become dependent on those. So with the process I am suggesting that you may consider, in about 4 to 8 weeks, you will slowly start to reduce your dosing of those. You will not suddenly stop taking them. You will start at between weeks 4 and 8 to slowly reduce the amount you're taking, okay? So what does that mean? It means you can take the products while you're taking laxatives. You can take the products while you're taking acid blockers. Here's another rule. What we are suggesting you take is aggressive. We're having you take ingredients in doses that is effective and works really well. So imagine your digestive health a little bit like getting on a roller coaster. It's not necessarily always a smooth ride. If you have ever done any sort of a pathogen cleanup or anything like that, You're aware that when you're trying to adjust things in the system, it can cause discomfort. We are trying to turn on a system that has been off, and we want to do so aggressively. So, if by any chance as you're doing this, you start to feel discomfort, all you do is just reduce the dosing a bit. You reduce the dosing, you take the products with food, and then you just slowly build back up again. That will help resolve that issue. Last, if you have bad issues, opt for a moderate to severe approach. Don't opt for a mild approach. So I understand what I just said is we go super aggressive, super fast, right? And if you go super aggressive and super fast, that you may have to dial back a little bit. I'm still strongly suggesting if you have moderate to severe issues, please go aggressive on the protocol, and then if it is necessary, dial it back. This protocol was built for people that have super sensitive stomachs. We understand who you are. We understand what's causing it. We're very familiar with these things. We help people that have sensitive stomachs all the time. Please go with the appropriate dosing for your issue, okay? We have a quick, fast quiz that can help direct you on where you should start. Please take that. This is not a way to get your email. We are not collecting anybody's email address. We're not putting you into a drip funnel. We're not doing any of that crap, okay? And last, as always with Silver Fern, please subscribe and save. It'll save you 20% off the top. You can get into your account and turn off subscriptions whenever you want. You don't have to reach out to us. You don't have to message us. You just get back into your account and turn it off. It's always a way to save money with us. Bye.